It's morning, Joe and the pro, and today the pro is Marco D'Angelo. It's Friday. I'm the Prez. Super excited. This big man is my co-founder and partner at WagerTalk.com and obviously at SportsMemo.com too, because we recently purchased it. Marco, welcome to our show. Nice to see you. You're looking a little Dave Kokanee.
Yeah, you guys had some fun on yesterday's show, didn't you? With at the big guy's expense. So,
well, I don't know. It was a very fun show. We talked about, how would Marco handle it if I was like eating delicious food while doing this. Oh my! Oh! Look at that! Show me what is that back one with the chocolate.
The chocolate, this back one here.
Lift it.
Lift it. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, this one is have you ever had the Girl Scout cookie, the Samoans?
No.
It is a Samoan donut, just like the Girl Scout cookie. Just basic chocolate sprinkles. And then this one, for the holiday season, pumpkin cheesecake. That's how you do Morning Joe. You have coffee and donuts. You fuckers don't know how to do this right.
You're damn right we don't, and I haven't eaten a donut in a bloody long time.
That's right. You eat those. That's how you get these. Get the cannons.
Oh, my God. Look at you. Full of personality today.
Hey, let's keep it rolling. I heard you're coming to Vegas next week.
I am. I'll be there on Tuesday. We're going to be in the studio together, and listen, we're going to do a Wednesday dinner, okay?
Cool. Are we going to do some poker? Because there's shirts flying around for your arrival. You ready for them?
Oh my God!
I see dead money.
Prez
is coming.
I'm amazed at the enormity of that shirt.
Yeah, yeah. That's actually a shirt from the Pittsburgh days. Our old buddy, Sig, that writes for us on the site, the horses and stuff, and they used to have a poker bar tavern tour, and that was the shirts they used to have. I see dead money, and when I see you, that just makes me think of that shirt.
I love it, Marco. Do you think you could take those idiotic shades off now?
Yeah, we're going to get some glasses so I can see, though, Oh, God, now I can really see you.
Okay, so let's take a look at the basement. I see Steeler banners everywhere.
This is the man cave slash office, and I was a little worried at the lighting in here because I keep it a little darker in here for the TV viewing, but I think we're okay to go.
So I'm a huge Leaf fan, as you know, Toronto Maple Leafs, my hockey team. I never bet against them. That's my rule in sports because I want to keep one component of my life like pure. But you do actually bet against the Steelers.
Oh, absolutely. And unfortunately, I did the last 2 weeks, and that didn't work out so well against the Steelers. They're playing well right now. Obviously, the team's on a mission. The Le'Veon Bell situation, that offensive line might be playing the best football offensive line play in the league right now. Time is over. Let's see how they proceed forward. It would have been nice to get him into the fold for the last part of the season because although James Conner has been absolutely fantastic for the Steelers, Prez, he's never played this many downs. Remember, he was the backup last year, and then college football, you play 12 games. If you go to the bowl, you play 13. So he's going to start to go into uncharted territory as far as carries.
Yeah, but what an outstanding season Connor is having. Look, the thing is, and I don't want to get into this, but I actually understand what Le'Veon Bell is doing. I mean, the bottom line is the franchise tag works for every position except running back because these running backs have about an average lifespan of 3 years. Even the top running backs out there are done in their late 20s. And I get it. I mean, he signs a $14 million franchise tag, goes out and plays and breaks his leg and hurts his back, and next thing you know, he can't get a long-term contract. So I feel like it's a little bit unfair for the running backs who take such a pounding to be forced into a position where they have to give up a long-term guaranteed contract because a team decided to franchise them.
I understand the injury situation with that, but the part that I don't like is the way that he handled it. Constantly saying he was coming and then not coming. And then right up to the last week, Prez, he tweets out when he left Miami, like getting everybody's hopes in Pittsburgh up that he's coming. Then 2 days later, they send a I got to ignore that. That's the wife calling. Sorry, the Prez is more important. I got to decline her. And we're all set. You back there? We're good? Then last 2 days after that, Prez, he shows up in Pittsburgh. They tweet out a picture of him playing a pickup basketball game at one of the gymnasiums in Pittsburgh. So everybody thinks he's here and ready to go, and then just doesn't, does the no-show on Tuesday. So I just thought he handled it really badly.
I mean, he's obviously a dick.
If you're a GM, last question for you. Are you going to throw those big bucks at somebody that showed that he is more about Le'Veon than the team?
No, I have no problem with what the GM did either. I mean, Pittsburgh didn't do anything against the rules. I just have a problem with the rules. Marco, let's get into the show, brother. We're going to talk some free picks.
Okay.
But first and foremost, you are rolling in basketball. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's been a great start to the basketball season. And, back in the old days, Prez, be honest with you, I never started basketball till after Thanksgiving. I, let college, football have their final weekend, and then I dug deep into, the basketball season. But as you know, at WagerTalk, we've got all these shows. We do the radio show daily here from Las Vegas. I co-host on Monday and Tuesday. I do radio shows all across the country. We do our podcast. We do the videos. So all this stuff forces me to get into the basketball earlier. I got to research, and, you got to sound knowledgeable all the time. So that research is getting me a leg up on the season. And I think that's the only thing that's different about what I've been doing.
Well, you're a perfect 9-0 in basketball to start the season. And you have a play tonight. You can get it at WagerTalk for $25, or better yet, to keep to the theme of our promos this week, you could get 7 full days of all of Marco D'Angelo's plays, both basketballs and both footballs, for only $49. 7 days. Use the promo code Marco49. That's Marco49. Go to WagerTalk.com and that's a really good deal because, Marco, you started football super slow in September, but you've turned it around. You're rolling in everything right now.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that everything that could go wrong in September did, Prez. You know how you get every close game, I'm on the wrong side of, how that goes. And it seems like when you're on a roll, it's just the opposite. Every coin flip game, you end up getting there. It's just it's that same way. How it is on the poker table. When you're running bad and the other guy's only got a 2-outer, you got all the money in, you're in good. You know what's coming on the river when you're running bad. One of those two outs are going to hit for him. Oh, yeah, my jacket is on. I'm already walking away. But Marco, I've started the NBA season 11-2. I actually had a 5-unit play last night in hockey on Columbus, a 7-3 easy winner. And I have a 5-unit play in NBA tonight. So head over to WagerTalk.com, buy Marco's Week, my play tonight, and you should be good to go. Marco, let's get into a free pick for Saturday in college football, and then hopefully you've got one for Sunday as well. Oh, absolutely. And Prez, one thing I want to tell listeners at this time of the year, when you're looking at the games, not only are you handicapping stats and numbers that you do all the time, but you know I'm a big situational guy. And one of the situations that you got to make yourself aware of is where is the motivation for a team. We're talking college football right now, for them to play these late games. And this is the tricky week because a lot of teams have their rivalry game next week. And if they don't have anything to play for this week, it's a good spot to go against these teams. And one of those teams, I do a radio show in Nebraska every week. So every week I got to break down the Cornhuskers on that show. And I can tell you this is a team, much like my football season, started out as bad as you could start out in September. New coach, he's trying to win with the other coach's players. They started an absolute freshman quarterback. Took time. Then the quarterback got hurt. Now everybody's healthy, and they're getting the system of Scott Frost at Nebraska. This team's putting up a ton of points right now, and they're playing a Michigan State team that I got to question. What do they have to play for this week? Their big game was last week against Ohio State. And I know they got beat by 20, but if you watch that game, Prez, that was not a 20-point game. They were tight going to the fourth quarter. The punter for Ohio State set that game up for Ohio State, pinned them back. They got a safety, a turnover. Everything just unraveled for them. And Michigan State's already bowl eligible. They have their 6 wins. Nebraska's playing for next year. They don't have anything to go for other than momentum, and they're playing well. I'm taking Nebraska. I'm laying the points with Nebraska there. Actually, it opened up to them as a small dog. It's a pick 'em, and I expect them actually to probably be a 1-point favorite, 1.5 by kickoff.
I love that play, Marco, because I love playing teams that can score against teams that can't score. You know, obviously Michigan State's got a great defense, but we know Nebraska is going to put up points, and I don't think Michigan State can keep up with anybody in some kind of shootout.
No, absolutely not. They fall behind, and if they come out flat like I expect them to do, the way this Nebraska offense moves right now, they can look up at the scoreboard and it could be 14-0 in a hurry, and they aren't built to come from behind. They're a team that's a ground and pound team. So I agree with you 100%, Prez. I'm on Nebraska in that one.
God, I'll tell you off topic. If I was a Michigan State fan, I would be like, when are you firing that coach already? Like, he keeps them in games and in the hunt every year, so he's clearly a good football coach. But who the hell wants to watch that snooze fest year in and year out?
No, the last 2 years have not been good. He's had success there, but he's just, he's going to get them to a good bowl, but they're not going to get them to a national championship, pure and simple.
Exactly.
And not with Harbaugh now, and Harbaugh's got a quarterback now. He's second fiddle for sure.
Sunday NFL. What do you like?
I tell you, there's a lot of interesting games this week, Prez.
Especially one with your team in it.
Yeah, there is. Let's just talk about that game for a second. That's not going to be official play, but man, is this line high. I got to tell you, you're paying a premium for the Steelers right now. I know everybody – this is like the mother perfect storm as far as public jumping on a bandwagon, because if they weren't already on the Steelers, which after the last several weeks, how can you not be with the way Big Ben and that offense is going? But they got to see them on that nationally televised Thursday night game where they absolutely dismantled Carolina. And everybody knows about the playoff revenge this week. In Jacksonville, let's face it, this season's been a total train wreck. For that line to be as high as it is in this game, that's a little bit scary. Jacksonville still got a defense. It's not playing like it did last year. In last week's game against Indianapolis, you cannot blame Blake Bortles for that game. He's been their problem all year, but he wasn't in last week's game. He put up a big game last week, and the key to him putting up that big game is he got Leonard Fournette back. That changes the offense for Jacksonville whenever they have the legitimate threat of the run.
Well, now they got the play action pass working for them. I don't know what game you're going to give out, but super quickly, Jacksonville hasn't won a game since they beat New England. Tennessee is in a dogfight in that division, and Indy can go on a run here. Are we going to see the same thing with Tennessee where New England comes to town, they beat New England, and then they don't win another game either?
if you want to get my opinion on that one, I do lean to the home side in the Indianapolis game. But just for that fact, I think Tennessee, everybody saw them. I mean, not only did they beat New England, I mean, they embarrassed New England. And how about, and I know you and I bust balls all the time with each other constantly. That was the ultimate Prez and Marco ball best. Watching that game when Belichick ran the pass to Brady, and then Vrabel comes right back next series and runs the same play to Mariota, and just like, I can do it better, buddy. He trolled him so much in that game. I just don't know. I think they had too much of a good time beating the Patriots that I think we're actually getting value with Indianapolis, because this is a team that came into the season with no expectations from the betting market because nobody knew what Andrew Luck was going to do. Andrew Luck's numbers over the last 6 or 7 weeks are as good as Drew Brees', believe it or not. Now, he hasn't played the schedule strength that the Saints have, but they're putting up numbers. I have to lean to Indianapolis in that game.
I agree 100%. And I talk about it with Kelly in my show, and especially because of the turf. And, Tennessee is built to play in Green Bay. And I just don't think they're going to be able to keep up on that turf. Marco, what's your free pick for Sunday?
All right, I'm going to go to an ugly underdog. And for weeks, Prez, I've been spouting the praises of the LA Chargers. I've been on this team. This is a team that if you go back to last season when they finished 10-2 straight up, this is a team that's now 17-4. In their 4 losses, the 2 last year were to New England and Kansas City, and then this year to Kansas City and the Rams. 4 very, excusable losses. And now everybody's on that bandwagon. But if you actually look at who they've been playing lately, they've had a really easy schedule. They haven't faced any, really tough offenses. And not that Denver is by any means a juggernaut, but Case Keenum is capable, and they're coming off their bye week. Vance Joseph, his seat is so hot right now. He's probably going to get fired. I don't know that he can save his job, but this is one coming out of the bye week. If they don't have a good performance, it seals his fate for sure, in my opinion. And I'm going to take Denver plus what I think is an inflated number, because the Chargers have 0 home field advantage playing where they're at. I'm going to take them. You give me a full touchdown with Denver off the bye. I got to do it. I see this game coming down to, a field goal either way late. I'll take the 7 points with the Denver Broncos.
There you have it. Marco D'Angelo, co-founder of WagerTalk. He'll be with us every Friday on this show. Listeners, just a quick heads up. Monday is the show with Teddy. Our most watched show so far this week. Tuesday, there will not be a show because I am flying to Vegas and we are taping in the studio all day. And then back on Wednesday, I'll be doing it on Vegas time, so the shows will be out a little later next week. Make sure to buy 7 days of Marco's plays for $49. Use Marco49. Are you going to actually eat one of those donuts?
Oh, you want me to eat a donut right now? Which one do you want me to eat? Well, I got to save the pumpkin cheesecake for Lori. If I eat the pumpkin cheesecake, you might not see Marco around. Okay, that would be done. But the Samoan this is the bomb, dude. You got to get one of these. And for anybody that's going to be in the Vegas area next week, look up. I'll tweet out where we're playing poker, because you want to be on this guy's table. I mean, the easiest money you could make. You'll truly have reason to be thankful if you get seated with the Prez at a poker game. So to everybody out there, happy Thanksgiving. It will already be Thanksgiving when I talk to you guys next, and let's have a donut.
The hell is that on?
Oh, it's got a chocolate bottom.
Oh my God, you're taking me for one of those donuts. You know what? You're picking me up at the airport on Tuesday. You're picking me up with that donut.
You can do. The donut place is 90 seconds from my house.
Good. Pick me up one. Guys, thanks for listening. The first week of Morning Joe and the Pro is in the bag. Marco likes San Diego, Denver. He likes Denver. And he likes Nebraska. And he's also on a 9-0 basketball run. I'm thinking about that donut, so I'm losing my shit. Brother, we'll see you in a couple of days, and we'll see you next Friday on the show. Be well.
All right. Take care, Prez.
Ciao.